Welcome to Sri Lanka, also called the Pearl of the Indian Ocean. Endemic species are rife here with unique reptiles and amphibians. But the density of the population in Sri Lanka is 3 times higher than in France. With 300 inhabitants per square kilometre, wild areas are drastically reduced. I'm on my way to track down the mythical spectacled cobra and the Indian python. This means I'm going to have to look for the last wild spaces. Strange, mysterious, and sometimes dangerous, reptiles are nevertheless fascinating. My name is Nathanaël Maury. I'm a photographer and a herbatologist. I've decided to roam the planet on my own, carrying only 15 kilos of gear to track down reptiles and amphibians, whether known or unknown to this day. My project is to create a detailed encyclopedia of all these species before they disappear. That's the challenge I've set myself.
Thank you for the ride. Bye.
Bye.
Let's go. All we have to do is climb now. This is a very special frog. It's a Euphlyctis cyanochlorus. It lives in most regions of Asia, not only Sri Lanka. But their behavior is unique. They're able to jump on water, which makes it very hard for predators to catch them. I already photographed them, so I don't need to do it again. They're already in the encyclopedia. It's funny, they pop their heads out of the water one by one to check for danger. And if I get up, they'll all run away on the water. I'm going to concentrate my research on the mountains and plateau of the center and south of Sri Lanka. Wait a minute. What's that over there? That's a Russell's viper. Daboia russelli is its Latin name. That's an extremely dangerous snake. You have to be very careful. They're really very fast when they want to bite. You can hear it hissing. That's to intimidate me. It doesn't really work, but it can be intimidating to some. And there we go. Always use gloves with this kind of animal. You can't afford even the slightest bite. They can even bite through a bag because they have very large venomous fangs. You have to take your time. That's all right. There. Okay, I'm going to do my photo shoot here. This snake is one of what's called the Big Four. The Big Four are the 4 most venomous snakes in India and Sri Lanka. In India, they are responsible for 46,000 deaths per year, and out of the 46,000 deaths, around 30% are caused by this snake. The viper lives among humans, which is why there are a lot of deaths. We're in a tea field here, so they interact. They often come across each other, and that's when accidents happen. People step on them or try to kill them, and so the vipers strike back. They don't go looking for humans. Here, people can work without fear, but if they try to go and kill the snake or catch it, that's when they get bitten. Now the studio is ready. Let's get started. Delicately. Seen like that, this snake seems calm. It moves slowly, but its strike is deadly. It strikes, bites, and flees in less than 1/10 of a second. Human reflexes take a second to kick in. So once you've been bitten and you realize that you've been bitten, the viper is already gone. Relax. It's a game. It's a dance. Until he calms down. It's beautiful. They have very wide nasal scales for a snake. Hey, don't you bite me. He's trying to bite me, but I'm holding on firmly. Calm down. There, I have a nice front shot. It's perfect. So now for the ventral photo. That's going to be fun. Come on. Usually vipers don't have too much trouble staying on their back. There, very good. He's completely relaxed. Calm. Here you can count all the ventral scales. This is the perfect shot. I'm going to release him a little further away. There. I'm going to put this here. I've wanted this one, the famous Russell's viper, for a long time. There's another mythical animal here, the spectacled cobra. And that's one I'd really like to catch. I know it's there somewhere. It could be hidden close by, you never know. But it would be great if I could have that one. I've read about it in books since I was a kid. It's the Cobra. Come on, move. Come over here, little buddy. This is a rubber plantation. I'm going to climb a bit and get away from the people and houses. Over here. This is a nice place for you, little pal. It's the same biotope. It's just a little further away from the houses. Okay, don't go biting anyone. I'm trusting you not to. And thank you for the photo shoot. Snakes like to hide in damp and sheltered areas, especially in rock crevices. I should find some in this forest. The rocks are extremely slippery. It's dangerous over here. I'm going to try and find another way through. Well, this is what I was looking for. It looks like the entry to the cave. The river that comes out of the mountain must have dug crevices in the rock. I'm going to go explore it. Usually there are bats. And bats attract snakes who eat them. Let's go. You have to check out the crevices. Snakes like to wedge in on the top. For the time being, no sign of bats. Ah, There are bats. It's a good sign. That's a pretty one. There you go. Let's go explore that tunnel. Okay, here the bats are deep in the back of the cave. They're not close to the entrance. So the chances are slim that we'll find snakes because they can't smell the bats. The ideal configuration is when there is guano on the ground. Okay, no snakes. A few frogs, but it's a species I already have. It's a nice cave. I haven't wasted my time. Well, I still haven't found a python, but it's not over. So if I keep pushing my luck, I should find one. I've now arrived in the Sinaraja Rainforest. And we're in a natural reserve here. So here I hope to find more animals, amphibians, and snakes specifically. A small boiga. Hey there, you. Come over here. Yep, a boiga bedome. It's beautiful. Well, it's small. Adults measure 1 meter long, so this one is not that small. It's already 60 to 80 centimeters. A decent size for this species. Oh, this is great. In the bag you go. When you're walking in this kind of forest, you need to check yourself as soon as you feel you've been pinched. There are leeches here. And let's do some cleaning up. Some of them have already had a good meal today. They're not very dangerous because they don't carry diseases. The problem is that they really stick to your fingers. They're hard to remove. And because they have an anticoagulant in their saliva, you can bleed for a while. Let's do the other foot because I can feel it stinging a little. Oh well, that's where it is. They've found a way in here. See? This one has had a good feed. I don't know how many centiliters of blood it's drunk. There are lots here in Sri Lanka. It's known for that. So you can wear socks to avoid getting your feet nibbled at, but then they just climb higher up. It's not necessarily a good solution. You can also use products or you can apply salt, but that also has its downsides. As soon as you step in water, it stops working. I'm taking most of them off. Oh, wow. This one has also had a good drink. The all-you-can-eat buffet is now closed, guys. Okay, we're off. There's a small Ayatula over there. A small green snake. They're harmless. Hey, stay there. There. Ayatula nasuta is a small green snake. The common name is vine snake. but I don't really like to use it because vine snakes refer to a different snake depending on the continent. And that's the problem with common names. Take the black snake, for example. In North America, it's a garter snake. And if you catch it in Australia, it's an elapid from the Cobra family. So Latin names are much more precise. That's why I like to use them. I'll see him from closer up during the photo shoot. I'll put him into his little bag for now. Here it's really too steep to set up a photo studio. I'm going to try to move a little to find a more appropriate spot. Here is pretty good. The water should evacuate correctly here. That's what you call a jungle studio. It could hardly be more jungle than that. I don't know who's first, we'll see. It's the Aphetula. Nope. They don't bite. They're from the Apistoglyphus species, which means that their fangs are at the back of the mouth. It's difficult for them to eject venom, and when they do, it's only in very small quantities, so that makes them not dangerous. They're what you call mildly venomous. There, a nice side shot. Don't move, smile. Say cheese. From the front. This snake's particularity is that 30% of its angle of vision merges in the middle, so they have binocular vision like us. Actually, that helps them catch lizards or frogs from a relatively long distance. Hey, stay put. The idea here is to encourage him to do the first circles and then he'll finish on his own. There. We're going to let him relax a bit. I'm putting you back in the bag, then I'm taking you back home. This isn't any more dangerous, but it's a bit more aggressive. Boiga Bedomé, right now he's a bit too bunched up, but he can unravel very quickly. Okay, so I need a lateral headshot. This is a slightly quicker snake. It's a big-eyed snake. It's kind of funny. Big eyes with vertical irises. He wanted to bite me. It's a difficult snake to calm down. I still have to take the ventral shot. This is a very arboreal snake. They sleep in trees, they eat in trees. They eat a little bit of everything, whatever they can catch. They also like birds. They're very good climbers. You're really gorgeous with your small cat eyes. Okay, I'll pack up my gear, release the animals, and then look for a place to sleep. It's getting dark. You can hear the rain dropping on the leaves. There, aren't you cute? Isn't that a nice branch? Okay, if you like it. I'm leaving you here. Bye-bye. It's incredibly slippery here. There, you're back home. Thanks for the photos. Off you go. Okay, I'm satisfied with this photo shoot. Good thing well done. And if I could find a python, that would be really amazing. I'm going to go back down where it's drier. That's also where pythons live, so I still have a chance to find one. A gymnophonia. Wow. Excellent. Excellent. Well, that's not something you find often. They're not very rare animals, but they're very difficult to find because they are burrowers. And they live under the leaves. There I just saw part of the body sticking out. This animal is part of the frog family, although they resemble snakes. I'm going to take a few leaves from here, like this he'll feel at home. I'm going to have to come back here to release him. They have very specific habitats. Well, the evening is off to a good start. Right now, I'm in a forest that borders the rice plantations, not far from the villages. But it can be easier sometimes to find reptiles because the human population attracts rats and the rice plantations frogs. So it's a good source of food for them. Oh, a python. I mustn't mess up now. He's magnificent. Just look at that. Stay here. He's at least 2.5 meters long. Calm down. The Latin name is Python malurus and black-tailed python, the common name. This is an endangered species. I'm really lucky to have found him. I wasn't hoping for such a catch. They have an impressive muscle structure, a lot of constriction strength. There, he's caught my foot. Never let a python make knots, because if you've got both hands caught in the knots, you'll no longer be able to manage him. Don't let him get you when you change hands. He must easily weigh 7 to 8 kilos. From 2.5 meters long. That's a nice-sized adult. There we go. First, I'll do the python. Then I'll do the gymnophonia. Come on, little guy. This is not a venomous snake. He has what is called an aglyphous dentition. Aglyphous means they have no venom. However, they have a lot of teeth. A nice row of extremely sharp teeth. And when they catch you, they pull and can cut your tendons. They can inflict some nasty wounds. All right, the easy part is over. Now let's move on to the hard part. We're going to use the hat technique, which consists in giving him a place to hide. It helps calm him down. So when they wag their tails like that, it means they're not happy. They're just saying, if you move any closer, I'll bite. There. Incredible. The colors on this snake. He must have molted recently because his skin is very shiny. Now it's going to be another story. I need to put my friend here on his back. And pythons don't like that. That's it. Like that. There, perfect. This is unhoped for. He looks really quiet. It's perfect. You can see all the ventral scales. You can count them all. Amazing. I can't believe this. Thank you for your patience. This is the first time I can turn a python over on its back so easily. It really is an impressive animal, a formidable predator. It slowly creeps up to its prey at night to strike suddenly. It rolls the prey up and constricts it with all its might. That causes heart failure or death by smothering, and then it swallows its prey. They can eat very large animals. A snake this size could eat a 4-kilo poodle without any trouble. Well, there shouldn't be too many poodles around in the jungle, so I guess that's not a problem. Okay, bye, my friend. So long. Feast well. Okay, well, that's one good thing done. Now I still have the amphibian, the gymnophonia. I don't need gloves to do him, but it's real atypical species. Some people think it looks like a worm, and most people here think it's a lethal snake. But in fact, it's really an amphibian and it's not lethal at all, except if you're a worm. I'm going to put him under here, maybe he'll relax. There we go. These amphibians have trunks in front. Small tentacles that can open up on both sides of the upper lip. That way, they have a vomeronasal organ, a very developed chemoreceptor organ for smell. It enables them to smell even with their mouths and nose closed. It seems to have calmed down. Well, I'm going to take my photos. He has a nice yellow line all along the side of his body. And if you take a closer look, you can see all the rings. Each ring corresponds to a vertebra. Depending on the species, they have 200 to 300 vertebrae. Okay, so I'm going to take the headshots. He has a rather funny little mouth. When you look at him from the front, he looks as if he was smiling. He has very small teeth. You wouldn't think so by looking at him, but he has a lot of body strength. There, he's upset. He's put some gluey mucus on my finger. We're going to proceed this way for the ventral shot. Here, the important thing is to be able to count the number of rings on the belly on the photo. If you can't count them, you can't tell what species it is. Even with the naked eye, they are difficult to count, so this is why the photo is really important. Okay, let's pack up the studio. We're back home. Here you go. Let's set up the hammock. It's not always easy to find the ideal spot, especially in a dense forest such as this one. There, I have shelter for the night. I'm going to be able to get some rest. Let's take a look at this evening's photos. Python is beautiful. He has a pink head. I have to say, he was really nice about it. There, I have an overall photo. Ah, the ventral shot is nice. You can count them all. Okay, that's it for the viewing. In any case, I'm really happy about my day. It's not that often you get to do so many animals in one day, especially such rare and interesting animals. And tomorrow, I'm going into the Knuckles Mountains. It's a much drier area, and I hope to find more species. With a little bit of luck, there'll be some Naja, the famous spectacled cobra. Okay, I'm going to rest now. Good night, and see you tomorrow. There's a calotis. That bites. It's a very pretty lizard, but you have to approach them carefully. They think we can't see them. There. It's beautiful. This is a lizard of the agamid family. You can find them in India and here in Sri Lanka. This is male, you can tell by the crest. And he also has a large black spot by the shoulder, which is another recognition sign. And when he's upset, his entire throat and even his whole neck can become orange. He also uses this to court females. You'll see, everything's going to be fine. The glove. No biting. These lizards change color to attract females. That's a rather cool means of seduction. And when males want to get a female's attention, they nod their heads like this. Sometimes when you see them from afar, you can nod your head and they nod back. So, the ventral shot is always a tricky moment. Perfect. Now I'm going to take the overall photo and then I'll be able to release him. So now you have to hold him firmly by the neck because it won't be any fun if he ever bites. He's calm. There we are. I have all I need for the encyclopedia. Look, I found the ideal spot for you. You're right next to home. Go on. There. This is just like home. Thanks for the photo shoot. Bye. The forest is starting to wake up. You can hear the frogs. There are still some birds and insects. I love this moment. It's the best time. Okay, let's set up camp. Perfect. This forest is known for its lizards with nasal appendixes. That is to say that they have a protrusion on their snout. We don't really know why. They are beautiful, and they live here. I'm going to start by looking around the camp. You never know. With a bit of luck, there may be some animals. You have to look in the branches. Ah, there's one. It's tiny. I'm going to check out what it is. I don't know if it's a species I'm looking for. Let's climb up. There we go. Cophotis dumbara. He's beautiful. That one doesn't have a protrusion on its snout. He has small teeth, but they're mostly made to impress me rather than to bite. This is a pygmy gecko lizard, endemic to this forest. He wants to climb up on my lamp. Oh, he's beautiful. There. I'm going to put him there so he won't go away. Let's go look for a lizard with a nasal appendix. To see lizards, you have to look for their belly. The lizard's belly is usually a much lighter colour than the vegetation, and this helps spot them from afar. Yep, I have a nice male here. This is great, it's exactly what I was looking for. Let's try to catch him correctly. He is magnificent. And now we have a Ceratophora tenenti. A yellow throat, a very big protrusion on the snout. It looks very soft. Yeah, it's a piece of skin with scales on top. But he's playing dead. Just as well, it makes it easier for me. Come on. He's in the bag. So now I have the first of the species I'm looking for. There is another, the liar's head lizard. It's a little larger and has a bump on its snout. I'd really like to find one. Let's keep looking. Hey, this is what I call a bonus. A green pit viper, Trimeresurus trigonocephalus. It's a male. He's not very large. Okay, you have to watch out because they're venomous. But they're really gorgeous animals. Beautiful black designs. Even the lip is yellow. This one is about to join the encyclopedia. They have nice little venomous fangs. So you absolutely need to use gloves. These snakes have a Solonoglyphus dentition and are part of the pit viper family. Hence the name green pit viper. There. That's great. I'm eager to get back to camp. There's one over there. Excellent. It's a liar's head. They think we can't see them, so they don't try and run away when we catch them. He's beautiful. He has little pointy horns, a ball on the head and a yellow throat flag. He's a beautiful male. I was hoping to find one here, but there was no guarantee I would because it's a very rare species. Now, I can go back to the camp because I have everything I need. With the green pit viper, the pygmy gecko lizard, and 2 nasal protrusion lizards, it's really going to be an exceptional session. I'm going to put him here. This is very useful to set the focus when there is very little light. A small lamp directly on the lens, like this. There we are. The studio is set up. Let's start with the nice guys. I'm not saying that the others are mean, but these are not as dangerous. Oh, from this angle, the horns look great. All you need is for the ball to be red and it would be a clown lizard. There, just like the big boys. Let's turn him on his back first. Relax. Very good. Perfect. Now for the overall photo, but you need to look natural. Why don't you straighten up a bit? Come on, you're tall, you're strong. You need to show off. Look. That's it, I have all the photos. You'll be able to go back to your tree now. There. This is the one with the nice nasal appendix. Oh, you're pretending to be asleep. I can see through your technique. You want to trick me. Faking sleep and then all of a sudden you start running. Okay, open your eyes. A side headshot. That's really something he has on the tip of his snout. And we still don't know what it's for. Females have them too, but they're slightly smaller. And most of all, females are brown. They're much less colourful than this. It's really magnificent. Don't move. It's perfect like this. Perfect. Don't move. Now, a little pygmy gecko lizard and then a green pit viper. There we go. These are funny because they are tiny, but they try to make you think they're warriors. Come over here. There. Perfect. Perfect. Let's do the overall photo and then you can go back to what you were doing. Getting a good night's sleep. Okay, done. Time to get down to serious business. A Trimerosaurus, a green pit viper. You still need to watch out. Its Solenoglyphus dentition can inject venom just like hypodermic needles. Now I need a nice pose. If you could just move your head back a little. Come on, I know. I know it's more interesting over there. Let's calm him down. Okay, technique number 2. We use a cloth. Like that, he can roll himself up and relax. He can't see anything anymore. If he thinks he's safe... There, that's perfect. It's really a nice pose. So, this is a species of Trimerosaurus, a type of pit viper that lives in Asia. There are around 50 species of them. This one is endemic to Sri Lanka. You only find them here. That's why it's all the more interesting to me. Now we have to take the ventral shot. Whenever it's possible, I try to do it without using the glass because the quality is not as good. The result is not as accurate with the glass. I'm going to release him right here. There's your branch. Off you go. Okay, and don't eat too many frogs. I'm off to bed. When I found you, you were sleeping here. Here, there you go.
Et voilà.
Off you go.
De retour
Back
à la
home.
maison.
Goodbye. Okay, well, you're sleeping with me. I found you on the same tree.
Voilà.
Like that, you're at home.
Voilà.
Okay, today was a really great day. Now, I need to get some rest.
Et il faut que je sois
I
en
need to be in
pleine
top shape for what's coming.
forme pour la suite.
Good night. A cobra. Mustn't lose any time. I need to be very careful here. They're fast and dangerous. Into the bag. The mythical spectacled cobra. Now, I just need to do the photo shoot. These animals are opportunists. They eat anything. Rodents, birds, lizards, frogs. Anything they can catch, they eat. I'm ready. I have to be very organized for this. Cobras are tough to do because they are very fast snakes. They can move at great speed. They're not the ones that strike the fastest, but they can travel a distance of a few meters in just a couple of seconds. So you need to keep a safe distance. There. Look at me. What I'm doing here is called tailing, holding the snake by the tail. You do this with fast snakes. Always watch out for the head, because they can use your hand as a support to come back and face you. There, I'd like him to spread out his hood. Actually, the flat shape comes from flattening their ribs along their neck. There. I'm attracting his attention so that I can take the overall photo. Okay, that's very good. I'm neither under or overexposed. Come on, come on. Look at me. I'm here. Say hi to Daddy, come on. He's gonna have to calm down a bit. What we can also do is try and wave a bag in front of him. Like that. He's facing the bag. There. Very good. From the side. Beautiful. Opening your mouth, are you? Ready to strike? This snake is facing me, so I have to distract it. Show it something other than me. Because if every bite, there, like this, a nice photo of the top of the head. He's showing us the spectacled shapes on his hood. Okay, I've almost everything I need. I'm gonna take the ventral photos. I need to turn him over on his back, and for that, I need to catch him. I have to take my time doing this. Block him at the right moment to catch him without getting bitten. There, he's gorgeous. So, this snake's bite is lethal if not treated quickly. The venom is neurotoxic, which means it attacks the nervous system. And the first symptoms that cause death are usually cardiac arrest or respiratory failure. He is part of the 4 snakes that kill the most people in India. So, we're gonna take the ventral photo and hope for the best. Like that. No biting. Cobras are rather easy to manipulate on their backs because they relax very easily. Well, that was a pleasure. I'm gonna let him get back to his business. And I'm going back to mine. Despite strong human pressure on the environment, Sri Lanka still shelters a wide variety of species. This trek was beyond my hopes. I managed to photograph 44 species of batrachians and reptiles. It's good progress for my encyclopedia.